Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, so fun story. I made this based on one silly fact I know. And then, of course, you know, only a few days ago, I was reminded that this was a family-friendly quiz, and I quickly had to change it, but don't worry, because there's no kids here, I've changed it back. It's not that bad. But this is tongue-in-cheek, either very easy or very obscure questions. So, what is the hottest color of star? If you've not been doing too well, hopefully this will help you. Is it A, red, B, blue, C, orange, or D, whatever is currently on trend? What is the hottest color of star?
I wouldn't know what was on trend.
No, quite challenging.
Terracotta.
I'll read them out from a way Jenny might be able to see everything.
That's something out of a wallpaper catalogue.
Indeed. Number 2, is our sun A, an example of a very hot star, B, an example of a very cool star, C, an example of a pretty average star, or D, an example of a rubbish star?
That's a debatable answer.
It's a great star. Mean.
Big rubbish, really.
No. Right. Okay. I'll just tell me to slow down if I go too fast. Okay. Here is a news article from the Washington University in St. Louis. So, what has the hottest body outside of the sun? Here we go.
In the solar system, is that?
Well, we're going to find out, aren't we?
Right, that's it.
So A is Ganymede. Oh no, A is Io, B is Ganymede, C is Venus, and D is Mercury. You thought it was going to go somewhere, but it didn't. Okay, moving on. True or false? Mercury has recorded temperatures as low as nearly -200 degrees Celsius. True or false? Hopefully that was not too difficult for you. Oh, sorry. There we go. True or false? A or B? Right, hot or not? Here we go. Who might this handsome chap be? You need a picture for this. If you can't see, it's a fantastically 80s looking, fantastic perm, black curly hair. It's great. A totally hot 80s/90s musician. Professor Brian Cox, that popular physicist bloke. C, that is secretly me. Where did you get that photo? Or D, Professor Chris Lintop, that chap from the sky at night. Hot or not? Oh, somebody's smiling. Thank you, chap behind Izzy. Somebody appreciates that photo. Everyone's gone really quiet on me.
The cat doesn't appreciate it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to science. Which of these places might be the coldest in the solar system? So Uranus, Neptune, the moon's south pole inside a crater specifically, or Pluto? Bear in mind, you know, every time you look up a website, it might change. So I just chose one and my answer is final. That's what I found on a website at a particular time of day. Right, number 7. Who was once dubbed the sexiest astrophysicist alive? Tough question. Professor Brian Cox, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Helen Sharman, Professor Chris Lintott. I know you all have posters of these people on your wall. So you just have to look and decide. It could also be a question of taste. I mean, I don't know what your personal preferences are. Moving on. Enceladus, one of Saturn's moons, is very much not hot because its icy surface reflects nearly all sunlight, keeping it very cold. Is choice A. B, it was voted ugliest moon in 1995 by the British Interplanetary Society. C, it's coincidentally so often behind Saturn it receives very little sunlight. Or D, it doesn't have a ring on it. It's a really difficult choice, I know. Okay, moving on. Number 9, astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson almost took which extracurricular job to help fund his studies? And it's this question that the entire theme is based on. So extreme wrestling, exotic dancing, maths tutoring, or retail work. Which one did he almost take to fund his studies? And finally, number 10. The heat death of the universe is also known as A, the big chill, B, oh God, we're all going to die, C, the final stage of the pandemic, or D, the final burnout. Okay, are we all feeling confident? Does anybody need to go over any of them?
Yep.
Okay. So I even animated the answers for you. Round 1, the hottest color of star is apparently blue.
Hey.
This is where somebody gets upset with me and says, no, you're wrong. This is what Google says. Question 2, our sun is an example of a pretty average star. See? 3, apparently, according to this article, the hottest body outside of the sun is Io. I mean, it could have been Venus, but
Venus, isn't it?
I put Venus.
I thought Venus too, and that's why I thought it would get everybody.
Yeah, that's good. You learned something.
True or false? So Mercury, which is so close to the sun, and you'd think it would be really hot, does it have temperatures as low as nearly minus 200 degrees Celsius? Yes, it does. Because at some points it is in the shade, and it has no atmosphere, and it's not very great there. Would not recommend on TripAdvisor. So, question number 5. This handsome chap, did anybody want to suggest who it might be? How do you not know? Okay, this is Brian Cox, who used to play keyboard for Dream.
God.
There's even video footage of him playing keyboard on Top of the Pops, which I wanted to include, but it was a bit too blurry.
That's scary.
So then question 6, which might be the coldest place in the solar system? I'm going to go for C, Moon, South Pole, inside a crater. A few articles to this.
That's a hard one.
I know, sorry. I mean, it's difficult. What can we put where to actually measure it? So I'm sorry about that question. That's going to
Inside Shackleton crater.
pretty much.
I think it's an excellent question.
Oh, thanks. Okay, number 7. Who was once dubbed the sexiest astrophysicist alive? Any guesses?
I got Ellen.
Christian Top.
Here we go. I like that you would have all told me your preferences there as to which one you might think is the sexiest. But apparently it's Neil deGrasse Tyson. I mean,
Yeah, okay. No character taste.
the American celebrity there. Which might give you a clue as to a future question, actually. So Neil deGrasse Tyson. Then, back to science, Enceladus, one of Saturn's moons, is very much not hot because A, its icy surface reflects nearly all sunlight.
Oh.
Keeps it very cold. And number 9, back to Neil deGrasse Tyson, he almost took up which job to help fund his studies?
Exotic dancing.
D. I went.
Exotic
I don't know.
dancing.
Yeah.
Nearly. He was part of a dance troupe and he considered going a bit further with it, but decided to go be a maths tutor instead. He apparently went to see it and just thought it was all a bit too much and backed out. Number 10, the heat death of the universe is also known as the Big Chill.
Not too bad.
So there we go. Hopefully you guys did okay.
Good.